MashaAllah. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. طريقتنا الصحبة وخير في جميع. Our Shahra of the rest. Our way is association, Sahbat, with our Shaykh, Grand Shaykh, with Prophets, all eyes to be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Blessing comes on the group when we come together. Say for Allah. Madad ya Sayyidi. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahu Hadri. Allahu Nadri. Allahu Shahidi. Allahu Ma'i. Sayyid Sahib Tustari, famous Sufi from the early days of Islam. You put a formula. Sheikh Nazim described it as the beginning of suluk, the spiritual journey. Say, Allahu Hadri, Allah is here. Allahu Nadri, looking at me. I looked in, we had some controversy on the internet about it. Allahu Nadri, Allahu Shahidi, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. Allahu Hadri, Allah is here with me, with us. Allahu Nadri, Allah looking at me. Nadr, if you look in lanes, has the idea of face-to-face meeting. Shahidi, witness. Witness can be anywhere, witnessing. Nadri, face-to-face meeting. وصلي على إمامه حاضر الجبروت وصلي في محراب كعب قوسين وأدنى. What's كعب قوسين وأدنى? Baba Nizami, Shaykh Abdul Haqq. He said, you know what's كعب قوسين وأدنى? 2 bows lengths so near. He pointed to his eyebrows. Face to face. Face to face. It's not the same as witnessing. I have to use it. Allahu Ma'i. Allah is with me. Step by step, as a zikr and as a meditation also. Or suluk. We're asking through our doings and time by time to reach to suluk. Travel from dunya to Mawla, not through our minds, ideas, fanafu, shaykh, fanafu, rasul, fanafu, different ideas about spiritual ascent, the level of nafs al-amara, nafs al-lawama, nafs this one, that one, that one. No, through the knowledge of knowing it really, the knowledge of tasting. Not like a classroom, this is that, but to taste it. If you go to a cooking school, and they say this is kebab, this is halim, this is shorba, this is, what's Iranian food? What kind of food do they have? They have another. What specialty for Persian food? Korba sabzi. You can have pictures and diagrams, you could read about it. Yes, I understand kebab. Tasted is something different. Tasting is completely different. You might be prepared through study to taste, or the taste might come to you without preparation. Kunu Rabbaniun, says Holy Quran. Rabbaniin, Rabbaniun. Rabbani, Kunu Rabbaniin. To take from Allah without studying, without your mind preparing the map for you, to take by divine giving. The Shaykh was trying his best to get his murids and muridas on that line, not to make our egos bigger. Sometimes through studying, to become alim, to become mufti, to become hafiz, to become something, it only makes your ego bigger in the end. I reached this degree, I reached that degree. They talk about, Shaykh Muhyiddin talked about the station of no station. They reached a level and all you see from them is ordinary people. Where is their specialty? All of it hidden. They became servants for Allah. The Shaykh intending and asking to take us on that way, not to stop on the way to be something. To be something. Naqshbandi doesn't accept to be something. Never accepts. Every something needs another test, another slap to take it down out of the role of something. You thought you figured out something good. That'll be nothing. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina. Sayyidina Walina wa ala Sayyidina. I mentioned a story the other day. I'm trying to bring it back with my mind after I just assaulted it. And it's not bringing me the story. Somebody upload key and nothing comes. All this EDC, brain fog set in. Yes, but how do you distinguish it from the brain fog you had before? I don't know, my brain is fogged, I can't remember. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Sayyidina Muhammad. We're servants. We're servants. Allahu Hali. Allahu Nadiri. Allahu Shahidi. Allahu Mai. See it, to recite sometimes, to meditate on that. Allah is here. Allah is looking at me. I'm face to face. Shahidi, witness. Everything. Knowing everything. Deeply witness. Because our hands, our feet, our organs will be witnessing everything. Allahumma, Allah is with me. Allah with you until you say Allahumma. You say Allah is with me, or I am with Allah, then the bubble popped. Delicate. I came back to the story I was going to tell. The Shaykh is going to take his murids and muridas, not like an ordinary professor. He's going to train them to be nothing, to reach to pure servanthood. And then they can be given their amanah. Everyone has a amanah, a heavenly trust for them. Coming from Allah through Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So the Shaykh is holding it in trust. As a rich man might leave something for his children, if they're too small to receive it, it goes to a trustee. So they're old enough to, as in the story of Moses and Khidr, we built the wall back up so that those young people, when they're strong enough, they can take their amanah, their trust. So the Shaykh is checking to see if the murid or murida is ready to receive their trust. The powers that's built in to human beings is huge power. Can't be given to an untrustworthy person, someone under the control of their ego. If they get angry, they can destroy everything. Don't give a rifle to a small boy, or a pistol, or a sword, or a dagger. Keys to the car, you heard? He's hiding. He wants the keys to the car. They can't give it until you're ready to carry it, to use it properly. So one sheikh, he took his murid on a hike, a walk along a river canyon. They went up high above the river on a cliff, narrow path. Down in the canyon is the river. And he wants to give his murid his amanat, his trust. The Mawlana Shaykh say to open the 6 powers, Hakikatul Ta'i, Hakikatul Irshad, Hakikatul Jazba, Hakikatul Tawajjuh, Hakikatul Irshad, Hakikatul Fayed, Hakikatul, there's one more. Awesome. 6 powers latent in the human heart, they're locked until the person is ready to use them responsibly. And he wants to give his murid the trust as a last test. That's what Sayyid Abdul Qadir Jilani. So he pushes his murid off the cliff down into hundreds of feet down towards the river. The murid doesn't say anything, he surrenders. Going down, Sayyid Abdul Qadir Jilani is looking, he didn't complain anything, he surrendered completely. Shaykh, he reached down at the last second, he has a miraculous power, and pulled him back up. And he's going to read on him and open those powers and give him his trust. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wait, not so fast. Shah Naqshband appears on the path. Say, not so fast, oh my brother. Why? What happened? We're going to give him his trust, but I think it's not ready yet. He said, why? I pushed him, he didn't say anything, he surrendered perfectly to a big test. He said, yes, but Allah gave me an ability to penetrate more deep. I heard him say deep in his heart as he was going down the cliff, I wonder with which wisdom my sheikh has pushed me off the cliff. He didn't say, hey, what are you doing? He said, I wonder with which wisdom. Looking to see what. To us, that sounds like a complaint. They're not ready yet. So we can check ourselves. Who's ready to be tested like that? No one. So we surrender, and the guide is taking us at the speed we're able to go. The speed we're able to handle. It's going to be open everything. Sayyidina Musa, peace be upon him, he used to go every time to Mount Sinai, to Sinai, to speak with Allah. He was Kalimullah. He spoke with Allah. He was given that grant as a prophet. And on his way to Sinai, people would ask him things. Going to Sinai, yes. To speak with your Lord, yes. Ask for me this, ask for me that. As if they're going to Umrah, people are saying, ask for me this, and we ask for remote. But they were catching him. Ya Kalimullah, Ya Musa, you're going to Mount Sinai to speak with your Lord? Yes, inshallah. Can you ask for me something? What's that? Ask for me love. Love. Speaking in the Bahamas about love, how you get the divine love. He said, inshallah, I'll ask. He went to Mount Sinai, Tuli Sinin, and when he would come in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Musa Sa'ik, the Holy Quran. Not standing, the divine presence overwhelmed him. They asked the Prophet when he came to the station of Allah Madhuri, Kalbo Kosaini Adna, Symphony, describe me, a kahar, overpowering everything. Musa forgot everything. He's lost in the beauty of his Lord and the awesomeness of the tajalli, manifestation. And as long as Allah wants that situation to go on, then it's time to go. Sallallahu Alaihi comes back. They asked Prophet Sallallahu, I said, what's it like to receive the wahi, the revelation? He said, the hardest one for me is like the ringing of a bell. If you put inside a huge bell, you have that as ayats and surahs and sentences and words. How it got from that to that. To think. Musa, he came out from that hall. It's time to go back. As he's turning to leave, the divine voice comes, oh Musa, didn't anyone ask you anything to ask me? Oh my Lord, I forgot. Yes, there was one person, one of your servants, one guy, asking love, Muhammad, asking your love. Oh Musa, go back and tell him I gave it. Just I gave it. I gave a drop of a drop. If you took a pin and put it in the ocean, what's going to be on the head of that pin, on the point of that pin? I gave that much of my love. Musa came back to the place where he left that servant, that guy. And he's looking to, where is he? Where he went? I had good news for him. He looked, he found on the ground a crater. It was like a shell hole from a big bomb. It was a story for Grand Shaykh Abdullah. I heard it from Shaykh Nazim. At the time of the First World War, he was like the chaplain they have now in the army. He was the chaplain for his regiment in the Ottoman army. And they were at Gallipoli, famous place where the Ottomans held off the British and French and Australian armies. And Shaykh Abdullah, he kept all his practices, even during the war. One day he was praying Salatul Duha, 2 rakahs up to 8 rakahs, halfway between Fajr and Zohar. And his captain, he loved Shaykh Abdullah, was running what Shaykh was praying. He saw him praying, but all of a sudden they began the bombardment from the battleships out in the channel. One of those huge bombs, shells came. We saw the shells from battleships, enormous bombs. Came, landed where Grand Shaykh was praying. Boom. And the captain was crying, oh, our Shaykh has been blown up. What happened? They went to check. There was a crater where the shell blew. There's Grand Shaykh in the bottom of the crater praying Duha. I heard from Shaykh Nazim, otherwise I'm not going to believe it. So Sayyidina Musa, he went to there was a crater in the ground, a hole, not from a bomb, but from Allah's love. He looked and he found that servant lying in the bottom like this, totally entranced, hypnotized with what the smallest amount of divine love can be given. We ask what we're not able to carry. If they open for us, we can't. Heavens and earth couldn't carry the divine trust. What's the ayat we ask the heavens and earth? You can find it.
إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض.
إن الأرض أمانة السماوات والأرض والجبال. All of them refused. We offered the amanat to the heavens and the earth, and to the angels, to the mountains. All the creatures refused except man, foolish man, Jahulan, Dalum and Jahulan, ignorant and foolish. No one can carry. It needs a preparation. So always our motto, our prayer, we have to keep it every day. Rabbi, habli istidadan kamila likabuli faydika aqdas. Sheikh Muhyiddin said it. What he said, we have to believe 1,000%. Sheikh said. People say about Ibn Arabi this or that. No, what he said, we believe in it. He said, "Oh my Lord, he wrote so many useful things for the Ummah on every level. Oh my Lord, grant me the perfect preparation to receive your divine outpourings on every level. Whatever we're asking from spirituality, oh my Lord, it needs a preparation to carry that power, that mightiness, that awesomeness. Make my heart able to carry. Prophets were raised up to be able to carry. Awliya were raised up under heavy trials by their sheikhs to be able to carry. And we're asking to be able to carry. We're asking that suluk. Make us able to carry it. Allahu Hadiri, Allahu Shahidi, Allahu Nadiri, Allahu Mahi. Be face to face. What is it? Those who can understand. We're weak. Ask him to taste. No use to read about it. The Shaykh ascended to this level, or that you can find books like that. To the third level, the fourth maqam. So what's the benefit? We're still like this. We want to see it, to taste it. It needs the preparation. Can't reach it without the preparation and the guardians of that level. Okay, at the customs, you have your vaccine card, your booster, 7th booster, your 20th booster. You're tested 10 times this morning, 10 times this afternoon. I'm testing right now while I'm talking to you. Results in 15 minutes. Results 15 minutes before you take the test. We know you're coming. They have the result. We see you from far away. Know about you for weeks. Coming. No need to get in line. We know where you are. Mom said, may Allah grant us safety, path of safety. Prophet ﷺ, he was praying to Allah, oh my Lord, don't let my nation to be. He was praying in Makkah Mukarramah or Medina Munawwara, the home of Muawiyah family, their place, their mosque. We saw it last time we went. We were with a group, the bus, the tour bus going to the gospel. That was the dua. Oh my Lord, don't let my nation be destroyed like the people of Noah by flood. Everyone taken away by a huge flood. Allah accept. They accept. And then Prophet ﷺ, he went into Zijdah, he prayed again, oh my Lord, don't let my people be destroyed, my ummah, And his ummah is everyone. Famous hadith, my flag is over the children of Adam, the Zuriyat Adam and Eve, all of them, no matter what their religion, their time, their age they were born in, their era, all of them is, I'm prophet for all of them. I say it without pride. This is the situation. Don't let them to be destroyed like the people of Hud and Salih and Lut, or the Sayha, the shock, the earthquake, the blast, all that except. Third time, Prophet said, oh my Lord, don't let my people be destroyed like the sons of Adam, salam, Kabul up by fighting with each other. Individuals, in families, in tribes, in nations, between nations. Don't let my people be destroyed fighting with each other. At that time, no response. It's quiet. Prophet knows it means that's how it's going to be. So when I said that, this nation is going to be destroyed for fighting and killing each other. We're asking safety. Every nation has its time, Holy Quran says. Every nation has its time. Every message has its time. When it comes to the end, nothing can delay. All the delays, the punishment, but one day comes the day, it can't be delayed. Every nation that came on earth passed. Allah said, travel, siru fil ard, fasiru fil ard. Travel through earth and see what was the remains of those who went before you. Look in Babylon, look in Iraq, look in Iran, look in Mesopotamia, in Central America, look in Egypt, look in Russia, look everywhere in Southeast Asia also, look in jungles of Brazil, see what was this civilizations that came before. You can't find even a whisper from any of them. You can enter their most holy and important places. Oh, you go in. This is the king's chamber. There's no more guards. There's no more anything. It's finished. Every nation has its final. Allah is giving chance to people. I get angry. I look on the internet like everybody else. You see, this kind of zulm is going on, that kind, this kind, that kind. What people are doing. The Quran says everything has its limit. Every prophet came to warn their people. Turn back from zulm. Turn back from your pride, running after gold, running after power, running after this. Turn to your Lord before it's too late. I created you for that. But you're running after something else, to be powerful over each other, to dominate this world. Look, the ones who went before you. Fir'aun wanted to dominate the world. What's his name? Nimrod, Nebuchadnezzar. How many big tyrants in the past? In modern days also, I don't want to say their names. What was the end of them? They were destroyed with the people who followed them. Finally, this nation also has to come to its end. Holy Quran and every holy book says, turn to your Lord. Turn to your Lord before the judgment comes. I don't think Jesus Christ said anything else. I don't think Musa said anything else. I don't think Ibrahim said anything else, or Buddha, or Krishna, or any of them. Oh, people, turn to your Lord before judgment comes. Shaykh Nazim used to say, don't pray for death. Never pray for death. One day of life is better than 1,000 years in the grave. You can do something. pray something, you can ask something, even a small good deed might be in the eyes of Allah something very big. Allah says something might look small to you is big for you. May Allah grant us to do goodness in the time we have and to run away from fitna, not to join evil currents, but to try to be with those people going to their Lord for His pleasure. Allahu Hadiri, Allahu Nadiri, Allahu Shahidi. Try to reach as Prophet Abu Hussein or Adna or whatever facsimile thereof we're able to reach. Everyone has their level, no one can be like prophets. Everyone has their Isra and Miraj, to their level, according to their creation. May Allah make us to reach. Fatiha. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله